if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so to enable you get more and recent updates whenever we post a video. Now in this video, we are going to draw the isometric view of the block shown here below, shown in two views, the top view and the front view. So now, without wasting much of our time, let's start drawing. So follow me as we start constructing. So in order to construct the isometric view of this block, now we need to have a baseline. As always, we draw a baseline. We mark a point on the baseline. Since we know that it is an isometric drawing, we know that it is a 30-degree drawing. So we mark our 90 degrees up, mark the 30 degrees on both sides, the left and right sides. Then we start drawing. Now from what we can see that this is an object that has 18mm height for the side. From the front view, that is, this side will be what, 18mm, the thickness of the side. So, and the length of this object is you can see from the front view, this is 30 plus 38, that gives us what, 68mm total length. So let's draw 68mm. Okay, from 68 here, as you can see, 68. We are going to use construction details. So now for the height, you have what, 18mm. So let's quickly draw this light and mark out what, our 18mm. Okay, and see 18mm, and can draw this. These are 18mm right here. And then we are going to, okay, now from the distance, from here to here, as we can see, this is 30, this is 15, and this is 15. Okay, that would be 60. So that tells us that one side is 60 and one side is what, 68. So this is supposed to be 68, why this 60? So I'm going to mark up my 60 here. I'm going to mark up my 60 here, 60, and I'm going to draw my 68 what, millimeters here. So this will give us, this will be what, 68 right here. Okay. Now at the point of 60, so we are drawing it facing this direction. So at the point of 60, we are going to erect a line upwards, that is 120 degrees. So 120 degrees, and I'm going to mark up my thickness, which is what, 18mm, the height, also known as thickness, 18mm. And also on this part, I'm going to do the same thing. Take out 120 degrees here, 120 degrees, reading from here upwards, it gives us what, 120 degrees. So we mark up like this and take out what, our 18mm here. So now we can now join this part to that part, this part to that part, and this point to this what, to this point. Now let's complete what, the schematics of this what, of this object. Like, let's complete the block. So since here is what, 68mm, let's draw 68mm line by placing our protractor here and drawing what, a 60-degree angle. So this will give us what, 68mm on this side. So let's look at it carefully. 68mm, 68mm. Then we can now join the both points. If you can accurately see, it gives us what, 60, proving that our construction is what, correct. So now, as we can see, okay, now from this side, you can see that a distance from here to here is giving us what, 15 what, millimeters. So let's take out that distance. Let's mark up 15mm on both sides at the edge of the what, of the block. So 15mm. Okay, we can use dark construction lines. Okay, this is 10, 15 on the edge. So also on this side, 15mm, and at this side, at this point, 15 what, millimeters. Now we can join these 2 points together and these 2 points together. Okay, so now we can see that these points at the top view, 10mm going in. So let's take a distance going in from this point. So In order to establish a connection, let me just mark up the 15 millimeters and draw a straight line from this point to this point, so that I will get the length correctly, the point correctly. So I will do the same thing also for this part, joining here to here with light construction words, details, lines. So now I can mark up my 10 millimeters on the line. Since this is what we are interested in, you can darken it or thicken it. Then this point, we also do the same thing. Now we can see that from this point to this point is joined together with a 30 millimeter line. So as you can see, this is what 30 millimeter line joining both points. So after being done with that, we can see that okay, at a 30 millimeter distance, can we see at a 30 millimeter distance is where the curve starts from. So let's measure 30 millimeter distance in 30 millimeters distance in at this point here. Mark it on both sides. Yeah. Okay. Now let's join the both points that I just marked. Okay. So in order to draw the curve, the isometric curve, okay, we need to get to also what the middle point, that is 30 millimeters, and let me mark the middle point here, 30 millimeters. Remember that in our previous video of constructing the semi-cylindrical surface, the isometric view of a semi-cylindrical surface, we said that in order to construct this kind of shape, we need to complete it to be a square with this side. If this is 60, the point that you are going to pin will also be 60. This is 50, here will be 50. So now it's just like I'm putting it at the edge of the square and I'm extending it up to this up to this side, the point here, the middle point here. See it, then you draw. You can see that it will end exactly at the other half like this. So we can darken this point. So now in order to complete this, we are going to draw a faint line or a light line from that point up to this point here, and join the two edges, the two sharp points here, from this point, from the middle here to the edge here. Now at that point of intersection, that point here, this point here, this is where you put your pair of compasses and extend it up to this point, exactly the point here, and it will give you a curve like this. So from this point now, we can see that we now have a curved surface like this, only this is in an orthographic projection, this is what an isometric view. So now from this point now, we can, let's get the same point on this line. So this will be 30 millimeters. So let's mark the 30 millimeters. I'm going to do something like this, join the 2 points together, that exact point. So what I'm going to do now is in order to complete this curve here, I'm going to draw a line like this, but only at this down point. Understand? So from this point, we see that the height is 18. So let me just get an 18 millimeters. So I'm transferring this line up to the center point like this. Make sure that it's straight. Something like this. Then I'm going to take 18 millimeters here. Then I'm joining here to here. Okay. So what we are going to do, after drawing this line from here to here, we are going to transfer the point from this point up to this to a point here. So if I join this point here like this, I'm going to transfer this point to the point on this line to attain the same point here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer it. You see what I'm doing? Transfer it down up to this point. You can see. Now at that point, this is the point that we are going to use to draw this part. So I'm going to extend my pair of compasses up to the edge of the block at the center point here. Then I'm going to draw a curve and stop here. Can you see where I'm stopping? At this point here. So I'm going to stop here, darken it. Then from that point now, we can see that it is at the same line with here. So we can now join it from this point to this point. Now I'm going to join it with darkened line. So we can see that we are making the shape now. So now in order to draw the circle here, we said that the diameter of this circle from the top view is 30 millimeters, which means that from here, okay, we can see that, okay, we already have 30 millimeters. So in order to draw a circle, we need to what? Make a square. So we are going to mark what? 15 in from the center, 15 out, 15 out. Okay, and from this point also 15 in and what? 15 out. So we now have a what? A square. We now have a square. Remember, to draw an isometric circle, you must have a what? A square. So now at this point, now we are going to put it at this point and extend it up to the center point here and draw the circle. Draw the circle like this. Okay, now put at the opposite side, draw the down circle. The down circle. Can we see? Then at this point now we are going to join from this point up to this what? To this point here. Okay, and we are going to do the same thing here and complete this diagonal here from the point to this point. So we can now see the 2 points here we put to draw this part. So if we put here, we are going to have to put at that point and carefully join these 2 parts together. Join these 2 parts together like this. Okay guys, and okay, so we are going to join, put it and draw the curve here, joining this point to this point, as you can see here, joining that point to this point. So now that we have that circle, we can now darken all important edges like this down. This is our focus. This is also our focus in this video, and this I'm going to join here to here with bold lines. And also we're going to do something here. Okay, since the height is what? 18 millimeters, let's get what? 18. So 18 is here. So we're going to draw a straight line, straight as this. There, 18 millimeter here. Okay, so then we join this point to this point. Okay, and we're going to join this point to this point. Look at what I'm doing from the line here. I'm just gonna bring my ruler straight down, just at this point here. This point I'm going to draw it, but you can also construct it. But when your hand is straight, you can do this method. Yeah, you're just transferring the line up from one side, bringing it down without shaking the ruler down to this point. So thank you guys, and see you guys in my next video. Thank you.